What's up out the pit? What's up, Abby Rosenberg? What's going on? How y'all doing? What's going on, man? Let's see. I'm pretty sure everybody heard about this whole Anton Daniels situation. I was watching it earlier, and I was trying to see what was going on. So I kept flipping back and forth because eventually I think Anton he ended up having his own live stream, and he was responding to what happened on his on the Corey show. But I watched the interaction between him and Corey, and honestly, like I agree with Anton a little bit, and I also agree with Corey, especially when it comes to some of the things that Anton was saying, because he was kind of being condescending at a lot of times, and also I disagreed with a lot of things that Corey was saying because he just seemed as if he was. I'm more of a conservative type, I lean a different way, and some of the things that Corey was saying, I just didn't agree with. But overall, I don't think I really. Maybe as this show goes along, you can say I picked a side, but honestly, I don't think I pick a side. I just agree with both of them on different things. You know what I mean? And I don't think it has nothing to do with anything else. But me, honestly, I think Anton had some really good points, especially when it comes to the community. And then I also think that Corey made some good points when it comes to the community, especially when he talks about how Anton criticizes black people, which I don't really have a problem with because we black. So it's like if we black, then you should be able to criticize each other. And I'm not more focused on other groups, like a lot of us get so caught up in, well, you can't speak on white people doing this and white people doing that. Well, I'm not white. I'm always around black people. So that's what I want to talk about. I don't want to always talk about white people. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're right. I don't think they give him enough credit, bro. I know how some people really feel about Anton. I get it, especially some of the people I talk to. I get it. I get how they feel about Anton, but you just got to admit when some people are right and when some people are wrong. I admit sometimes Corey is right. I don't agree with everything Corey says, but a lot of things Corey says I agree with. I think he is over the top a little bit, but I agree with him sometimes. And I agree with Anton sometimes. And I also disagree with Anton sometimes. Because a lot of things that Anton does say is it's like he puts himself above black people. And I don't like that. I don't like that. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna play it. Shit, I'm gonna play a lot of it. So I mean, if anybody want to chime in, y'all go ahead. Feel free to chime in. Y'all want to leave some comments? Leave some comments. Uh, I got the links posted. If you need the link to join the show, you want to comment about what you think would happen, let me know. The link is in the bottom of the chat in the descriptions. If you're on X, I put it in the chat. If you can't click on it, see if you can copy and paste it. If you can't copy and paste it, let me know. If you're on YouTube, you should be able to just click the link. If you still can't click the link, let me know. If you're on Instagram and you want to click the link and it's not able to let you click the link, just let me know. Anything, just send it in the chat and if I don't see it, send it again. It depends on how many people are coming, and I'll try to just specifically DM you the link. That way you can come up, which it ain't a problem. I don't really have an issue with that. But like I say, y'all make sure y'all also answer the poll that I have in the comment section. Well, if you're on YouTube, there is a poll. On the other platforms, there ain't a poll, but on the YouTube side, it says who was wrong, Anton or Corey. So far, 67% says Anton was wrong. 33% says Corey was wrong. But if however you feel, just let me know. What's up, Miss Paradise? What's going on? How you doing? So I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna stop it every now and then, but I'm not gonna try to stop it too much because I do want to speak on some things. But if y'all, want to chime in, let me know. So we're just gonna do it like that. Out the pit says Corey played with that man time. He was late. Oh, Corey was late to his own show? You saying Corey was late to his own show? Huh, we're gonna find out. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and play it. Yeah, let me know.
I was on time.
My man. You dig what I'm saying?
A lot of y'all know we said he was coming. Anton in the house. Hey man, let me tell you something. I'm so glad you here because people need to see a clash like this. Not a clash within something bad, just people who got something to say, like what you say and what I say. I think it's gonna be interesting.
I do too. I think it's gonna be really interesting.
Yeah, we had a great conversation.
Also, I gotta say one thing for those of y'all who are watching the show. If I have to stop for a minute, y'all please forgive me because my neighbor he's having some issues because I know y'all heard that the cell towers are down for like Verizon and things like that, and he may need to come over here and use my computer or my cell phone. So if I just get off, y'all just bear with me. But it is what it is. I appreciate it. Miss Finney says wrong about what exactly? The argument or leaving their stance? Uh are you asking me that question or you asking somebody in the chat that question? I don't think he was wrong about leaving. I'm just gonna answer it. I don't know if you're talking to me or not. I don't think he was wrong about leaving. I don't even think he was wrong about his stance. You know, I think it just came to a point where he was like, "Let me get out of here." But it came to a point where they was definitely about to fight or wanted to fight. Corey wanted to fight, but I think Corey kind of thought about it and was like, "Hold up, I don't want to, get some type of legal action put against me." But he definitely was trying to check Anton for the things he said. And what Anton was doing, in my opinion, was really kind of condescending, and I didn't like what he was doing as far as the little snide remarks and the way he was coming at Corey, talking about dick sucking and yeah, I checked you and I shitted on you. At one point he said I shitted on you. Like as a man, when you on somebody else's show or when you in the presence of another man, you can't really do that. You know what I'm saying? Like we respect each other. You can have your own opinion, and I can respect that. But it's a certain way that you have to go about it. If you go about it the wrong way, then we're definitely gonna feel or take it a certain way, and it's gonna be what it is. Well, I think you saying when you say wrong about what exactly are you talking about? Because I can't remember what I said. Was I talking about Corey? You talking about Corey, or you talking about Anton? Because I don't agree with both of them. There's things I agree with and things that I don't agree with. You know what I mean? Like I don't particularly want to pick one because it's not that type of situation for me. Because I think Anton has some good points, but I think Corey has some good points, and I think Corey, seems to be more of a democratic leaning person, even though he was saying, "Oh, I don't vote" and things like that. But it seems as if he was leaning a certain way, though. You got to remember too, this chat is kind of late. So if I said something and then when I'm seeing y'all chat, it's kind of behind. It's not, you probably typed it when you seen it pop up on your screen or you responding to what I'm saying in real time on your side. But it's like a delay for me. After Pitt says Corey told him he kissed a white man ass. Then Anton said what he said. Yeah, I heard him say that. I heard him say that. And I do. I do. It's a lot of, like I said, it's a lot of points that I agree with Anton with, but at times I do definitely feel like he like kind of kisses white people's ass. You know what I'm saying? And some people would probably say I do that, but I don't think I do. Like I say, when I'm talking about black people, it's because I'm black. I'm always around black people. I don't want to sit up here and always talk about white people this, white people that. When I know that, that doesn't really control my life. And I know some people disagree with that or they feel like, whites and white supremacy controls. I don't feel like that. I just don't. You say I don't know because each were wrong and right about something. Both had good points. Exactly. See, now I agree with that. I think both had good points. Both were wrong. Both of them was wrong on a lot of things. So I don't know if it's really about picking a side, but it is what it is. But let me go ahead and finish playing the clip, and y'all just chime in when you want to.
question too. We had time before you got here, so we had a great
I
conversation.
buttered it up, so
You don't need
That's
to.
what's up.
I made
you don't
sure
need to
that
butter
I
me
made
up.
sure that she felt good about this.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to butter.
We
butter
still
me up.
trying to get Shannon Sharp on here, so Darlene can have something to do after the show that she'll be proud of.
Oh, brother, too old. That man don't want this.
Well, I know
Your,
that, but
your chat think they tough.
Who
I
cares?
noticed
They
that.
think they tough?
They think they tough.
Yeah. They be out there.
They not that tough.
Uh-oh.
We
You
seen
charging them up.
we seen
Uh-oh, here we
we
go.
seen
Yeah.
worse. You know, I don't pay attention to
Who the-
niggas that don't got no profile picture.
You know what? I always hate
promise to
motherfuckers
God,
talk,
bro.
And they scared to step forward.
I don't pay attention. I think them type of niggas jerk off in their socks.
Yeah.
Well, now they've gotten so savvy where they can actually put a picture, but you open it up and it's like, oh, no post, no nothing. It's like,
Somebody
oh,
said-
okay.
We don't take that serious.
Exactly. Keyboard cowards is what I call them.
Somebody said, what Craig had? He on time out. Craig had a show, fool.
That's right.
Craig going out here doing his thing.
Papa Craig.
But anyway, let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. There's so much to say. I know.
At the pit said, that's fine, but what if Anton would have spazzed out like Corey did and said, I'm not gay? Then I think he would have had the same response as Corey. I think he would have, had the same response as Corey. But Anton, I don't think he would have let that get to him as much as Corey did. Because Corey always talk about like the backdooria and gay, and you know what he talks about. So he gonna take more offense to anything that he perceives as gay or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
We ain't going to be able to get to it all, but
We gonna try.
there's so much to say. I got to ask you this just off top.
I'm with it.
How do you feel? Because we ain't going to do all politics, because that ain't what the show
We
about.
gotta get there though.
Yeah, but I'm saying I don't want you to miss no points.
All right, I'm with it.
What do you feel about this nation as they jack other nations for their resources and play it off like it's other reasons? I'm talking
that's a
about
part
this
of the
nation,
game.
the U.S.
That's the part of the game.
When you say the part of the game, I don't understand. Do you think-
Everybody done been conquered. Slavery didn't exist way before we ever came in here.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see what the problem is.
Well, I tell you like this. I cannot respect men who are claim jackers. Like I don't
Like what? Give me an example.
like the United States.
No, give me an example, like a real life thing. Like, what did they take?
The United States.
Like taking this country?
Not just taking this country. How do you think you got here?
Yeah, the transatlantic slave trade.
You a smart man.
Right. I studied
So-
it. I know all about it.
So it's very hard to be respectful of what is here when me, for example, as an African American male, I know how I got here. I didn't take the cheap flight on Frontier here. My people were kidnapped. My people were
sold by
robbed.
Africans.
They what?
They were sold by Africans.
Oh, okay. What's up, man? Appreciate that. We got a super chat from Miss Phoenix. Miss Phoenix sent the super chat. I appreciate that.
Color money.
She says, I don't think Corey did his homework in Anton versus Anton said he studied Corey. Anton's still annoying. Yeah, I think, see, that's kind of where Corey do get to him. I mean, Anton, because he is more well, he gonna kind of peep you, check you out before he come on there. He's more of an intellectual person, than I think Corey is. Like, I think Corey is definitely an intellectual person because I've heard him speak on the Bible and things like that. So I'm not saying that to like say that Corey isn't an intellectual person, but I think you're absolutely right. Anton is annoying. Some of the things that he says, like, I'm honest, like, I agree with some stuff, but I don't agree with everything. But he definitely did his homework when it comes to Corey, and he was definitely pushing a lot of Corey's buttons when it came to coming on his show. And he did it on purpose because he knew he was coming on Corey's show and he knew what type of situation he was coming into. So he was prepared for it. It wasn't like he was going to be blindsided by Corey going off the rails or saying he want. It was almost like he was ready for whatever. That's why he was like, shit, we can go outside right now. We can do whatever. You know what I'm saying? My night is going pretty good, Chris. Out the pit say Anton exposed Corey feelings. In a sense, I think he did. In a sense, I think he did, bro. He pointed out some things about Corey and the way that he was responding that did make you think, like, yeah, he is right. But like I say, a lot of people, they're not going to agree with me. They're not going to agree with what Anton did. And that's perfectly fine. Like, I'm not mad at anybody. It is what it is. We all have our own opinions.
Yeah, all the people were sold by Africans?
How you think that? What you think? White people came over there and got us?
Yes.
Appreciate the super
No, they were
chat, Miss
sold.
Phoenix.
So
They just capitalized off of it better than the Africans did.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying that all of the black
I definitely saw that he brought up slavery first, yeah. But I didn't agree with Corey, when they say that everybody was brought over here through the transatlantic slave trade. I don't agree with that, and I know that you don't agree with that either.
black people that were brought here were sold by Africans.
Correct.
So the white people were just doing transactions over there.
Absolutely. It was capitalism. See, the thing about white people, you think that racism
What's up, Jen?
is inherently in them. Racism is inherently in all of us.
I didn't see your comment.
Black people is some of the most racist people I've ever seen in my entire life. We don't even like each other.
So can I ask you a question?
No,
Why do you
hold
think-
on. Let's
why-
stay there.
Okay.
We don't even like each other. And so black people participate. Some of the first slavers in the United States of America was black people. That's the truth. So what I'm trying to understand is,
Was slavery in the United States before?
slavery existed thousands of years before we got here.
Okay.
Slavery was on every single continent in this world. That's a fact. Now, the thing that's a problem with it is that, then this is the problem that I have. What you niggas want?
What do you mean when you say what you need?
What do y'all want?
What
Like,
do you want?
because y'all complaining about it over and over again, and I'm trying to understand what is it that y'all looking for? What is going to help y'all?
See, I think the way that people don't like his responses is because when he speaks, it's as if he's separate from everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And I've heard about his background. He has a different, not full Black American background and whatnot. But that's the problem that people have with people who speak like him. Is like they separate themselves from the community. In a sense, I understand it. Is because even when I speak about stuff like this, I'm like, look, I don't act like the people who y'all try to perceive that all of us act like when they say, black people are criminals. I'm like, I'm not a criminal. I used to be a part of it, but I'm not a criminal, so I'm not gonna respond to that the way that people would want me to respond. Gen X says, because you see, he didn't say Corey sucks dick when he got in his face. Anton was holding onto that mic stand for dear life. Yeah, he was. Hey, he was. I think Anton knew what he was doing. That's why I say he did study him like Paradise said. He studied him, but he knew what he was doing. He knew exactly what he was doing. He probably didn't really want to fight. Both of them probably didn't want to fight, but they were live. They were live. And so as a man, you don't want to get showed up by another man. That's a fact. Gen X says, true. He speaks in generalities. Yeah, he does. Tim says, Anton and Corey too old to be crashing out in an interview or debate. Yeah, but I get it. My bad. I get it, but you gotta. It's two men. You got two men who believe something very firmly, and they standing on what they believe. So, and they already have had problems with each other, I think. So, you can't really expect them to not have words or almost come to blows. You know what I'm saying? Never let a man who is daring you to fight to stand over you. No, that's true. That's true. You're right. Neither wanted to fight.
Thing that has happened.
Because I'm solutions oriented. And I'm tired of niggas that ain't never been through shit complaining about shit that they ain't never been through.
If you black in the United States, you've been through some shit.
But I'm tired of niggas complaining about shit that they have never been through.
Like,
You've been through some shit, but you ain't been through that.
I don't understand. What are you saying? Like,
Because most of the niggas that's complaining about it ain't never even really seen real racism. These is new niggas. All of these internet niggas right here, these is new niggas.
So are you saying black people in the United States, some of them have skipped over racism?
Yes, definitively.
Come on, man.
Definitively. You have a greater chance of being killed by somebody that look like you than to ever interact with somebody that don't look like you and kill you.
But do you
That's
understand,
a fact.
Do you understand that it's made like that on purpose? The position
It's the system.
the
The system
position
against us. I got it.
Okay, but the position you and your people are in,
Who is my people?
black people, do you claim black people?
I'm a Christian first. I claim.
Well, I think something's wrong with that. If you don't want to say you're a black man first, I think something wrong with
Black
that.
is a construct. They told you that you was black.
Okay, well,
that's why
brown.
you start
Brown
believing it.
then.
No.
Maybe
We
I'm
not
brown.
brown. We not black. We not none of that shit.
Oh, well, what are we?
We not none. For me, I'm a believer in God. That's what I am. My foundation is always going to be Christianity, Christ, Jesus first. I don't claim none of that other shit. You not gonna get me to believe in you based off of some shit that you can't control. You didn't pick it. And the thing.
What's up, my boy Freddie G over there on Instagram? I see you. Hey, Tim says if celebrity boxing offered them $200K to box in the ring, both of them would say no. I think they probably would say no, man, because they probably in their 40s, man. I think when you get older, you don't want to really fight. You really don't want to. You will, but I don't think you want to. Miss Phoenix 99 says, I don't like Anton using niggas heavily. Yeah, I had a problem with that too. Because like I say, every time he was saying things or using niggas, he was saying it as if he wasn't a nigga himself. You say my stuff, Anton makes me sick. Yeah, that's funny.
Thing about other cultures, whether you black, Chinese, Asians don't fuck with each other just because they're Asian. Chinese people and Japanese people and Taiwanese people, they're all different. Koreans are different. All white people don't fuck with all white people. So why do I have an obligation to fuck with somebody just because he black?
Okay.
And then the definition of how you define black is based off of something that a white man gave to you.
Okay, well, trust me, brother. You white people, let me tell you something. I know Caucasian people that have looked at me and threw me licks. But I am from Chicago.
And I'm from
Detroit.
Detroit.
Chicago is very segregated. I knew nothing about Caucasian people until I moved to Los Angeles. And a lot of the stories I heard, it turned out to be just that. But back to this Christianity, you have to understand this. You were taught that by the people who kidnapped you. Is that a lie?
Nope.
Exactly. See, now I agree. See, that's why I agree with Corey, because earlier Anton was like, yeah, black is just a social construct, and we know that. But you saying that he believes in that. But yet you believe in Christianity. So what does that say about you? Like, everybody don't believe in Christianity. Are you just following something? You just following along with something? Just to, to go along to get along crowd? That was a good point.
Okay, so
We was taught everything that you know on this earth, it was taught to you. The racism that you have in your heart was taught to you.
you say I'm racist?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I studied you.
See, this,
Wow.
I studied you.
this is why
Where
I
am I racist? I don't know a lot of racism in me. But
Absolutely.
maybe you can show me something I don't know.
We gonna
this
get
is
there.
why I wanted
We'll
you
get
guys
there.
to start the show off in your own
No,
I
when
don't wanna-
Brother Anton Daniels was talking to me on the phone, I knew that we didn't see eye to eye on a lot of things,
Yeah,
but
we
I
talked about
believe
that.
we can have a conversation like men. It's like a
Absolutely.
lot of stuff he said right now, I disagree with so much. But
Both of us.
I'm going to try to make a point because I have
Okay,
the hopes. I have the hopes in reaching him in a way. You know what I'm saying? I know that ain't guaranteed. I'm not.
And
blind
I have the
stupid.
hopes that I'm gonna get y'all off of the Democratic plantation.
Yeah, because I don't know
really do.
nothing about the Democratic plantation.
Everything that you speak of, it's a reflection of the same thing that they speak of. So you may not claim it, but you're a reflection of it.
Well, if I reflect something that is this Democratic plantation, I tell you what, I really don't study a Democratic plantation. I try to study being a stand-up human being where when I look in the mirror, I don't see a slick motherfucker.
Correct.
That's who I am.
I'm with it.
I don't like slick motherfuckers.
That's the first thing we agreed on.
Okay, well, good. I'm glad we got there. But I get labeled all the time. I was talking to a young lady on the phone the other day, and she said, "I know you hate the what's the lady who calls herself a doctor? I'm blanking right now.
Oh my God,
Dr. Bryant." And I'm like, I don't hate nobody. Where do you get hate from? And then I was on the internet. Every once in a while, I look at the pages that use my likeness and image and everything. And I listened to some of the stuff they said, and I was called bitter, and I don't know how to get money. But anyway, coincidentally, today I'm talking to a brother who knows how to work the internet well and get money.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it's like, everything comes in its season for a man like me. I don't say I got all the answers to everything, but I am willing to talk logically to people who I feel like are able to communicate. That's what I'm saying. Because like the stuff you say, and you know, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, that's your personality too. Like,
And it would be boring to hear just one person's take or views on things. This makes it interesting.
Excuse me, ma'am, you need a mic, ma'am. You can ask on the mic, goddammit.
Anton, just a clarifying question. What about, are you comparing racism with prejudice? Is it, do you think black people can truly be racist, or are we just prejudiced?
no, I think that there's a lot of people that hate white people, like straight up hate white people, and it's very unfortunate because they're not even the ones that's winning over here. We compare ourselves.
And I agree with that. See, a lot of people don't agree with that. I agree. Man, black people, we can be racist, bro. I'm racist to some extent. Y'all are racist to some extent. But it's almost as if black people try, I ain't racist. We can't be racist because bro, you be racist. You're racist. I'm racist a little bit. Like, stop it. Just be honest about that. Like, to just try to act like we not racist or we can't be. It's disingenuous. We all can be racist.
Against a group of people that the majority of them is on food stamps and welfare. They would be a disappointment to their ancestors.
Right, but isn't true racism a system that controls access to, you know...
Well, that's the argument, right? The argument is
we can't make sure white people don't get access to certain schools and, you know, programs and things like that.
The main way that they...
You need to be empowered to be racist, to be quite honest.
See, that's what I was going to say. That's the argument that...
No, you don't. You do it every day. Just like when y'all say, white people say, I don't want my kids marrying somebody black. Black people say the same shit. I don't want my kids marrying somebody white. Don't bring that white girl home. That's racist. What do you think that is? No, we can't be racist because I can't. If you don't stop, Jesus.
You're going to learn today.
That black people make is that you can't be racist if you can't actually have an impact on another group of people. So it's supposedly systemic. It's false.
Really?
I just seen a guy that used to be the president of the United States of America that wound up becoming the president of the United States of America for the second time almost get everything taken away from him. Literally. And he was basically being taken down by black people. Kamala Harris, Letitia James, who was the, you know, in New York, Fani Willis, down in Georgia. All of those are black women, specifically that met with Kamala Harris months before they actually started this campaign during the Biden administration. And it's so funny to me because then I have to ask myself the question, well, listen, if this is a construct and if it's all about white people and all of the energy is going towards a person that black people fucked with before he actually ran for president of the United States of America, but we champion Barack Obama.
Not me.
No. Take yourself out of it. We talking about the culture. It may not necessarily be you individually, but we as a culture fuck with him.
Fuck with who?
Barack Obama and his wife. We fuck with him. As a culture, we champion him. We absolutely do. And he didn't give y'all shit except for gay marriage.
You know I know that. That's why I ain't
vote,
arguing with you
Anton?
on this
So
point.
absolutely I vote.
Are you independent? What do you?
I'm a Republican.
You didn't know that?
I'm a
don't
I'm a
like him.
straight up,
I know who
up
he
and
is, but I
down
don't like him.
Republican. And matter of fact, people need to really understand their history because Republicans were the party of black people. It's the original party of black people. They were the party that actually freed the slaves. Lincoln was a straight up Republican. When you're talking about the emancipation, when you're talking about 1865, when you're talking about what we stood for as conservative means that we're Christians. It means that we don't fuck with that gay shit. I'm telling you
Right,
what
are
it
saying
stands for.
you don't fuck
It don't necessarily mean that you're a Christian, but it does mean that you have certain values. But it don't necessarily mean you're a Christian. You don't have to be a Christian to be a conservative.
with the backdoor your shit.
I don't.
I don't either. I don't.
That's
either.
what it's saying. What it means to be a Republican is this, because a lot of people like to say,
Because this is backdoor your Republicans.
and we
I know
were
it.
taught
We'll
by
talk
our
about it.
parents.
Come on.
We were taught by our parents. We were taught by our parents that we vote Democrat no matter what, right? Regardless
We
of what they
definitely
stand for,
didn't, Frank.
regardless of the agendas that they push, regardless of how much nonsense that we see in our communities, regardless of how many people, how many Democrats actually destroyed our cities from Chicago to Detroit, all across the board. We were taught to vote that no matter what. You
I
vote
agree.
Democrat no matter what.
I agree.
But this is the difference between the parties on a very fundamental level, not complicated at all.
Really, you finna say it's a difference between the parties?
This is the difference.
I can't
This is
wait to hear this.
No. You may say that it's the same type of public politicians that take advantage of the taxpayers and take advantage of the people. The difference in the parties historically is Republicans want less government so you can do what the fuck you want to do. And Democrats want more control, so they want to control what your money is, where your tax dollars go, and what you can do with your money.
Okay, so I'm gonna
That's
tell you
the
this.
fundamental difference.
I'm gonna tell you this,
That's a fact.
and you don't have to believe me, but I'm
That's
just
a
telling
fact.
you.
I'm listening.
The people in charge are not Democrats or Republicans.
I understand that.
Kamala Harris is allowed to do whatever she's done.
We get that.
This new president, he's allowed to do whatever he is willing to do or they allow him to do. Everything is allowed. There are people in charge of this nation that flat out run shit. And if ain't
Correct.
nobody got the power to uproot them, then
We do.
we're gonna keep having people paying a whole bunch of money for houses and a fire hydrant don't work in front of it, but they'll charge you for the fire hydrant in front of your house.
But we got a less than 20% voter turnout rate in a local.
But we also have people who sit up here and side with the Democratic Party, just like now, the shit that's going on in Minnesota with the fraud, that's going on in Ohio, that's going on in Maine and California. That shit is also wrecking us. But people on the left don't want to see that, and they just want to go along with it. That's also hurting us. So when he says that, it's like, bro, come on now. We almost in a sense be voting and going along with our own demise just because we think we doing something against the white man or we doing something against the Republican Party. That shit ain't working. We being stupid. We hurting ourselves. Like, we gotta stop.
elections.
Well, you
The
understand.
local-
you understand voting don't work, right?
It does work.
How?
It does, but you just missed it. We
I
have
haven't
ele-
missed- I heard
we
everything
have
you
le-
said.
we have a
I
less
can't
than-
wait till you tell me how voting
have a
makes a
less-
difference in this country.
We have a less than 20% voter turnout rate in local.
Ain't nobody going for the sucker shit no more. We got to go.
you're missing it
You
again.
got to uproot the people in power before a real difference happens. Voting is for suckers.
It's not. People that don't vote are ignorant as fuck.
Well, I guess I'm ignorant because I would never participate in no
People
sucker
that
shit.
don't vote- and
I'm
it's
gonna
so
show
funny.
up and vote like a sucker.
And not only is it ignorant.
We had Republican presidents, we had Democratic
You're not
presidents.
even
we in
hearing
the
what I'm
same
saying.
joint.
I'm talking about locally. You talking about national.
I don't give a fuck if
It
this
matters.
Exactly. Locally, bro, if you vote locally, that does invoke change. I'm telling you. You can see it. If you vote for people locally who you know, for things that you want, change usually happens, especially it happens faster than it does on a national level. All that vote for the president, I get it. You know, you don't have to vote for the president. You don't have to get involved with that. But I'm telling you, the local elections are the things that are the most important to you. No matter what nobody tells you, the local election are the things that are the most important that happen to you, and you get faster and quicker results. Play that game on local with the local elections and don't go out there and vote. And then y'all wonder why. Damn, why this person get in to get to be the mayor or he gets to be the city councilman, and then this stuff is going on one side of town versus something not happening on the other side of town. That's why. Because y'all don't care about local elections. Y'all so caught up in presidential elections that ain't really doing nothing for you. That shit ain't gonna take effect for years and years and years.
Local,
It matters.
If you
It
vote,
absolutely
that
matters.
means you in line.
No, if you vote first, the first thing that it means is that you respect your ancestors that died for your right to be able to do it.
Your
That's what it first-
ancestors
it's so funny to
didn't
me.
do it like this. Because
yo-
people went to war when the government tried to overthrow the people and the power of the people. It was wars. There hasn't been a war inside the U.S. where the people who getting fucked over are doing something about motherfuckers with 30 felonies being the president.
It's a
It's
war.
all sucker shit
It's
going
a
on.
war every day. It's just not physical anymore.
Well, that's the problem.
It's
We
here.
need physical wars.
No, it's not.
Until
It's our
motherfuckers ready to
ignorance.
jump it off,
It's not.
we gonna always be
not.
talking.
It's
But
not.
see, real gladiators don't talk. Real
No, it's
gladiators make it happen. And the gladiators, I ain't gonna lie, we are under control right now. We haven't rose up and did what needs to be done.
Who
But
are you under control by?
Exactly. He got a point there, but just like Anton said, who are you controlled by? We sit up here and we holler and scream, we want reparations, we want this, we want that. And then we sit up here and try to vote our ways into it. That's not going to happen. The truth is, if you really want some of this stuff, you're going to have to take it by force. That's just, point blank, period. I don't care what it is. If you're a Democrat or you're a Republican, it's going to have to be taken by force. But nobody wants to do that. I'm just being honest with you. So people sit back and they say, oh, this ain't real and this ain't happening. You know, stop talking. Stop talking. That's why I say if you're not gonna be serious about actually taking some action on something, then just get involved in the system. Participate in the game that's going on, which is politics. Stop saying, oh, I'm not gonna vote and I'm not gonna this. And I don't have a problem with people not voting. But you really can't complain when things don't happen a certain way, or you can say, well, it don't matter if you vote or not. It does. I'm sorry to tell you. I know that you think it doesn't, but I think it does. I live in one of these smaller cities. I think we have about 200,000 people. And when people actually vote for the mayors and the city councilmen that we want, it's amazing how things change, especially on the black side of town in my city. They got a new rec center. They rebuilt the park. They redid the sidewalks. They rebuilt the roads. Shit that they hadn't done in years when people actually went out and voted for the stuff that they wanted.
it ain't, you under control by the people who will motherfucking blow this motherfucker up. We ain't stupid.
Who is he? Because I want to know who.
Why do you think that ICE agent was able to shoot that woman?
I want to know who these. Hold on. Let's be real. Fuck that woman.
Well, that's what you would say to somebody you don't know or whatever.
No.
I'm on
You
the
missing
streets.
it.
I've been pulled over by the police.
Who ain't on the streets?
Or the
I'm in
ICE
Detroit.
agents or whatever.
You in LA. I'm in Detroit. I'm in the blackest city in the United States of America. I can move anywhere I want to go. I choose to stay in the core of my city, and I choose to participate in my neighborhood. I choose to tithe to the streets. I choose to put kids through college. I choose to interact and truly use my tax dollars and whatever it is and give jobs. I employ over 50 people. I put my money in my community with my people. So I choose to engage. So when we talking about being in the streets, that don't count to me. I don't
Well,
hear
that's
that
what
shit.
should count.
I don't hear that
because
shit.
out there in the streets where the people live that you helping, they could get pulled over and shot by a cop, and an investigation will be said. But here's the truth: we know if I believe you know this already, when the cops shoot you, ain't nothing you can do about it.
My God, this is so crazy.
Do you think that's wrong? What I said?
This is so insane.
Is that what I said? I said when the cops shoot you, ain't nothing you can do about it. Is that a lie?
This is so insane.
But you didn't answer it.
I'm gonna answer your question.
Okay.
I'm gonna answer your question. It depends on the circumstance. And the interesting thing about it is this: the majority of the people, because you like to use a blanket statement. That's like me saying all black people are stupid.
Well, have you said all white people stupid?
No, I'm talking about cops.
You should say that one time.
I'm talking about
because
cops.
it's easy to say all black people are stupid as an example. Say something about the white people.
No. You're not. I don't think you got people all the time.
Oh, well, I didn't hear you. Can you tell me? Because I don't know.
I talk about liberal white women literally being the biggest enemy of the United States of America. That's the thing I say every single day.
Caucasian female, the biggest.
That's a fact, bro. A lot of I have a lot of points that I agree with Anton, and a lot of things that I say that's probably similar to Anton's and other people's. But it's like, even when we talking about this stuff, we bring up the fact. Well, I ain't gonna say we like I'm a part of these people who got all these subscribers. I'm not like that. I'm just a regular guy. But what I'm saying is that, you know, I bring up the fact that, yes, white liberal women are the cause of a lot of these issues. Some white people are a cause of a lot of these issues. But most people don't hear that, because when they hear us speak, they so hyper focused on that we speak about black people so much that they don't like it. And that's just not true. I'm gonna speak for me. When I speak about black people, it's because I'm always around black people. That's who I interact with. So that's who I'm gonna criticize more. I don't have no critiques for a lot of white people, in a sense that, like, you know, like I say, that they're holding me back and things like that, because they don't control my fate, bro. I'm telling you, I don't care what nobody says. I've went to jobs. I've got jobs over white people. I've got more money than white people. You cannot tell me that they don't control my fate. They just don't. If you believe that, then you go right along with it. I'm not doing it.
Literally, white liberal women are the worst thing that ever happened to this country.
What about their men?
But we gonna get there, because you keep trying to get me to qualify it by participating and joining in on the core.
No, I think you're doing what's easy.
No. I'm doing what's real.
I think you don't want to go against them, because if you go against them, it'll be some video of you going against them. And when I say them, I'm talking about your boss.
I don't have a boss.
We say that. We say that, but here's the truth.
I don't have a boss.
It's a reason you go after black males or black people quicker than you will go after white males. What are white males responsible for in this country as the downfall of it?
I'm an equal accountability smoke giver. I talk about everybody.
I'm just saying, I ain't heard you talk about white men since you've been up here.
You ain't been listening. You ain't been listening.
I've been listening to you.
No, you haven't.
I hear you
You
taking
don't have the capacity to be able to listen because you're too busy.
No. You got me wrong.
You too busy.
My capacity that you just criticized, that's an opinion. Here's the fact. Have you said something about Caucasian males and how they destroy this nation? Well, what did I miss?
Let's slow down, because you talking loud, but you're not saying a lot.
No, you talking loud, and you still talking around. What did the Caucasian male do to America to bring it down?
I'm not getting into that.
You dancing around it. And that's why I lose respect for you when you start dancing and kissing Caucasian males' ass.
But I don't.
Don't do that in front of me, because I'm not an ass kisser of nobody.
Yes, you are. You suck the dick of black people right now. You doing the easy shit. What you do, let me tell you what you do.
Nah, homie, let me tell you something, homie.
Ain't nobody gonna tell you.
I don't suck dick.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
So
I think that was the thing that really set him off, bro. I swear to God.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
I really think that was the thing that set him off. It was because he said he was talking about he was sucking dick. You know what I'm saying? And like, Anton knew what he was gonna do to Corey when he said that phrase. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, I'm leaving.
So it's like, bro, like, you can't do shit like that. Like, I get it. Y'all got some words, y'all don't agree. But that phrase, talking to another man, talking about he's sucking dick, It's just out of pocket. And for him to also say, you know, you sucking dick of black people, like that was just fucked up. You know what I mean? I get what he was saying, but the way that he said it is just that's just you can't say that. You just can't say that. You just can't say it. Ron Grimball says women wearing pants, women smoking cigarettes, women working male-oriented careers, all started by white women. Yep, sure is. That's a fact. Gen X say Corey with that long pause. Then the I don't suck dick. I know, right? Oh man.
You doing it right now.
I don't suck dick, homie.
You doing it right now.
Homie, believe me when I tell you. I don't do that. I don't do that.
Listen.
So don't come at me with no dick sucking shit.
I'm gonna give you the same energy you give me.
Let's switch seats.
No.
Let's switch seats.
I'm with it.
Homie, I don't do no dick sucking shit. I'm a motherfucking man. I don't do no dick sucking shit, homie.
I don't give a fuck about none of
Well,
that
I
shit.
tell you what, watch that dick sucking shit, cause that'll go bad.
Call it what you want.
I don't do no dick sucking,
You say a
homie.
lot of shit that I don't fuck with either. You think I
Okay,
give a
but
fuck about what you
that
talking about,
gay
nigga?
shit, oh, you
I
go.
don't give a fuck about what you talking
Hey,
about.
homie, I tell you what.
I'm right here.
Don't put
You
no
switching
dick
seats
sucking
don't mean
shit.
shit to me.
Don't put no
I'm from
dick sucking
Detroit,
shit on me, nigga.
I'm from Detroit
Say
right
I
now.
suck a dick again.
I'm right here, right now.
All right.
All right, that's
Now,
what I'm saying.
I'm gonna respect you.
Dance around it. Dance around it.
No.
Hey, yo, what the fuck? What's going on? Y'all are going to jail. Period.
I
don't do no dick sucking shit.
I'm gonna respect you because it's your platform, and I flew out here to have a conversation.
We good.
But you're
We
not
good.
bossing up on me.
Yo,
We good. I did already. I don't do
Nigga,
dick
we can put
sucking
the
shit.
microphone right now and go on back. I don't give a fuck
sir,
about
no,
this shit.
sir.
Homie, you just running your mouth.
I'm not running my
I
mouth.
got a
You
question
running
for
your mouth.
Anton.
I don't do
You
no
doing
dick
this shit
sucking
for the
shit.
internet. You doing it for the internet. Now, if you want to say your time, no, hold on. If you want
I'll
to say
show
Anton,
you I ain't doing it for the internet.
If you want to say Anton, listen, don't disrespect me like that. If you want to say Anton, don't disrespect me like that. I'll respect you. But don't boss up on me because you said a lot of shit to me today that I don't fuck with either. But I let that shit ride because you don't know me. You don't know me. So I'm going to extend the same respect to you. You called me out of my name. You said some wild shit, especially with regard to how would it
call this nigga out his name?
Nigga, I'm telling you that you did. You can't tell me how I get disrespected.
I got a question for bro.
Okay.
No. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. We just getting loud. I ain't gonna get loud.
Then don't switch seats.
No,
This
this my show. This
cool.
my show.
That's cool, but I take that shit as a threat.
Okay, well, it is a threat if you calling me dick sucking.
It's
I
a
don't
threat
dick
that you
suck,
say a
my
lot of
nigga.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
Man, fuck what you talking about.
I don't
bro.
dick suck.
If you want to get back to the conversation, because you ain't gonna do shit. Because you're not gonna do shit.
Come at me with that dick sucking
You're
shit
not gonna
again,
do
nigga.
shit. You're not gonna
Come
do
at me with. Say I suck dick again, nigga.
We can go
I'll
out back
show you
right
who
now.
the fuck I am.
We can go out back right now. I'm with it.
I bet you won't say that shit.
We can go out back right now.
I got money for all this. Whatever.
I got money too. Don't nobody give a fuck about that shit.
Hey, homie,
No,
look,
it's just not respect.
I ain't falling for that. I ain't falling. Darlene, get out the way. Don't get in the way of two niggas. Let me tell you something, homie.
What the Oh, shit.
Got to go out back right now, because we got to go out back to lead this motherfucker. But I'm saying that dick sucking shit, watch that. That's all I'm saying. And if I don't say it how you like
If you want to
okay,
get back to the
but
conversation, we can get back to the conversation.
But just know,
I'm not
ain't
listening to
no
none of
dick
that
suckers
shit,
up
bro.
here, nigga.
I'm not listening to none of that shit. If you want to get
Bet.
back to the conversation,
Long as you
we can
know.
get back to the conversation.
Long as you know.
Bro, you not,
Because that ain't
you
nothing-
not that tough.
Somebody said he didn't go out back. Oh man.
Fuck y'all. God damn.
Yeah, this shit here crazy, ain't it? This shit crazy, bro. They had to cut the show off for a minute. They had to cut the show off for a minute, bro. It's coming back. Give it a second. Oh my God, that is so funny.
everything straight. Everything straight. Ain't nobody saying I'm sucking dick no more. Everything straight.
For sure. I got a question for bro, though.
And I'm going to respect him on that.
Yes, sir.
He said what he said, so I'm going to respect him on that.
Yes, sir. So question, given that black people...
I hate to have to say it.
Hold on, y'all.
But this is...
How the fuck did I get to that?
Yo,
Because I
face to face.
you big dog.
I don't let into
I don't give a fuck about that.
trying to normalize.
Respect you too.
Okay, good.
Used in a negative way, but
This motherfucker. But I'm saying that dick sucking shit, watch that. Straight. More everything straight.
For sure. I got a question for bro, though.
and I'm going to respect him on that.
Yes, sir.
He said what he said, so I'm going to respect him on that.
Yes, sir. So question, given that black people are on the Democratic plantation, what do you say about the use of Christianity to make slaves out of black people?
In what, today's time or historically?
No, sir. Historically.
Yeah, absolutely. It was used in a negative way, but anything can be used in a positive or negative way. You can weaponize literally anything. Corporate America, for example. You can use the internet in order to push out propaganda, or you can use it to communicate effectively with the people. You can use money to manipulate people, or you can use it to help people. And so you can't just say that Christianity itself is used. The Quran is used in a negative way in order to control people.
Absolutely.
So it depends on the person, and that's why we evaluate the person based off of their fruits instead of evaluating them based off of Christianity itself. Because
Right.
everybody that calls himself a Christian is not a Christian.
100%. So I agree that the teachings of Jesus are pure. However, in the hands of Caucasian white males,
That's not true, because I know some good Caucasian
the teachings
white men.
of Jesus,
And I know
they
some
gave
bad
us slavery.
Caucasian white men.
Okay, right,
so
correct.
look, check this
so that's
out.
the
This
main
what I-
point.
listen,
Let's keep
listen.
everything respectful.
Listen, this is what I'm saying. The reason I don't have a lot of people up here at the show is because I know a lot of people aren't initiated when it comes to talking to men of a certain mind state. And I don't believe you knew what you was doing when you said something about dick sucking, brother. I can.
I apologize.
Okay. Hey, bro, I appreciate that.
I apologize.
I appreciate that because this ain't no show. The last thing I want to do is get into it with you physically, but I have a switch.
I do too, and I'm a man, just like
I
you.
respect your switch. I respect your
respect
switch.
you too.
Okay, good. I'm glad,
We
brother.
good.
It ain't no fake shit right here.
Absolutely, I'm with it.
We straight. I respect your switch, brother. And I'm saying, like, a lot of people don't know the way I was brought up. You can't step to men like that. So I'm not checking you. I'm just trying to let you know
We good.
that when we talk to each other a certain way, like if dick sucking is brought up, that's just like motherfucking pissing on my shoes. So I'm saying, like, I could get back straight. We just when I shook your hand, it wasn't phony.
Listen, I get into it with my homies. I get into it with my brothers. I don't
get
have
into
no
it with
sisters.
squad,
I got three brothers, and we scrap it out. I scrap with my nephews. It is what it is, and then we shake hands and we keep it moving. Once we have a disagreement and we get it out of our system. So if we good, then we good.
I'm good.
I'm with it. Let's get to the conversation.
That's why I tried to explain myself right there, because I'm like, this man probably don't even know that my mind is set up, Anton. My mind is set up when people do things like I call it backdooria on my show. Mm-hmm. When people throw that at you, it's a set off. And I'm saying, like, I ain't trying to get set off. I think I'm a lot more than somebody with name calling to get at me. But I'm saying, like,
but see, I don't believe you, Corey. I don't believe you, bro.
Okay.
And let me tell you why I don't believe you. Because you do the same shit that you feel offended by.
Really?
You do, absolutely.
Can you give me an example?
You just did it. You said a lot of shit to me that I don't necessarily care about.
I ain't said nothing about dick sucking.
You pick and choose what's disrespectful because you applying it to you. It's other people out there that don't take that shit.
Okay, well, I'm glad you said that. So listen to me, Anton.
But hold on. Let me say this last
Go ahead,
part.
land.
But I get it because you don't know me and I don't know you. So you don't know what I look at as disrespectful. And so as a result, I just let that shit ride. The only thing that ever triggers me is it, and this is why I like to do shows in person. I told you before the show, I said I don't do no more live streams with people that I don't know. Did I not say that? Because I want to see and look in their eyes and see what's really happening, right? And the reason that is because the only thing that set me off is if somebody make it seem like they ready to do something. Then I'm like, okay, well, it's all hands up. Fuck the conversation.
Well, how about this? People may be ready to do something for whatever reason. They want to be ready to do something. But what I'm saying to you is, you know, in this world, they are trying to normalize men in dresses. They trying to normalize a woman wearing a thong in front of a church gathering or whatever.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? I could handle whatever is happening out there, but I'm saying, like, I'm still standing on this. I'm standing on this. If a man walking up to me with some homosexual talk, like I could take, I said this before, I could take a meeting at a brother like Tyler Perry's house because I know what's gonna happen if it go bad. The house gonna get tore up. I ain't saying that to act like I'm tough. I'm just saying,
I feel you.
There's certain things that we as men cannot say to each other without clashing. And it is my opinion with niggas that I know and where I'm from, if I say to one of my homies, man, suck a dick, everybody will get quiet that we know. And they'll be like, what is that? What is that? Because it's like, that's that homosexual talk. So what I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying? If it's one way to get a brother like me, I know brothers who are preachers that would put their religion down for that right there. That's all I'm saying, black man. That's all I'm saying.
Listen. That's where you at. So I'm gonna respect that.
Thank you, brother.
It's simple as that.
I don't want no drama.
It's simple as that.
I swear I don't want no drama, man. My life is good.
Mine's is too.
I believe you. My life is good.
I'm
man.
with you.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't want you to come up here for that. It's just the simple misunderstandings that we as men can have. I think older black men like us need to make sure there are boundaries that simply can't be crossed when men are talking. And if you tell me a boundary, Anton, if you tell me a boundary, I promise you, I'm going to do my best not to cross that boundary.
I'm not.
That's a fact. That's why men, when we have interactions with each other, it's different. Like he's gonna say later on, it's different than when you have these talks online or when you typing to somebody. You're not gonna have that same response in person. You're just not. Hell, even like he said later on, if you get into a fight with an individual and y'all come to blows as men, you could be like, you know what, get up, shake hands, be like, you know what, I respect that. Even if I lose or if I win, you'd be like, you know what, I respect you as a man because you got out there and you fought me. You didn't pull no whole shit. You stood on what you said, and it is what it is. So guess what? We're going to go on about our day. Because that's what men do. So really, even with this interaction between these two, I don't really see a big problem because that's just how men are. Men who stand on whatever it is that they believe in, they gonna clash. We're gonna clash. If I believe in one thing and my belief is opposite than yours, and we having a discussion, we're gonna stand on that and we're going to clash. So if whatever happens, just happens. But as men, we can still be like, I respect that because you stood on, you didn't flip flop, you didn't go back on what you said, you didn't change what you said what you said, and that's what it is. I haven't really been reading the comments. Arifying. Yeah, you could probably consider me MAGA, but I haven't really been reading the comments. Um, Gen X says we did it all the time in the army. Go out back, drop the tops, and go ham. Yeah, I'm pretty sure y'all did. I know y'all did. I already know y'all did. You know what I'm saying? Let me terminate this stream. Corey trying to make another Aries 2.0. Right, that's straight up. Jeff Jeff Rowe, Death Row, talking about shut the F up and play the video. Man, if you don't shut your ass up, nigga, you can go to that channel and watch the video your goddamn self. You know what time it is over here. Matter of fact, let me do you a favor. Since you so goddamn smart. I'll escort you to the front door, bitch. Bitch ass nigga. Fuck you talking about? Get your ass out of here. Go find a channel and watch it yourself, you bitch ass nigga. Stupid.
When I'm talking to Willie D don't like when you call him nigga. And I go
can't
out
get
my
with-
way not to call Willie D nigga because I look at him as a man.
I can't get with Willie too. For me though, I don't give a fuck about the talking. I don't have no boundaries. I don't care if a nigga say something about me. It is what niggas say shit like that all the time. Like that's the environment that we live in. I only care about my real life.
Can I ask you a question? You just said men talk disrespectfully to you in your face all the time.
No.
This is nothing.
You did not hear what I said.
I don't wanna miss it.
They do
I
that
don't wanna
shit all
miss
the
it.
time. You see it in the chat. You see it in the comments. All of that shit, right?
Yeah.
I don't care about that shit, right?
That's right, because that's for the internet.
Right. So when people say stuff, I don't take it personal because it's not a thing to me. It's just talk. The only thing I care about is what happened in real life. When I cut that shit off in real life, my life is great.
Right. Let me tell you something. On the chat, go ahead.
So my point is that I don't take nothing personal unless it get personal, unless it gets physical. That's the only thing I'm up on.
Right,
Anything else I can walk away from. I don't give a fuck about that. My life, I could walk away and I'm probably gonna never see that person again.
I understand.
So I don't
This is
trip
why
off
the chat, I allow them, and in fact, I encourage them to be themselves in the chat. Because this is a computer screen. But one thing I will say this is to the youngsters especially, because they the ones who really don't know. I'm talking about 35 and under. When you in a man's face, you have to watch how you talk to them, because face to face is a lot different than the computer. On the computer, I got motherfuckers
Let me ask you a question.
This motherfucker saying all kind of shit about me on the computer.
Let me ask you a question.
But if they in my face saying that to me,
Let me ask you a question.
it can go bad.
Why?
I'm not saying I'm not acting tough.
Hold on.
I'm not acting tough.
I'm
just
asking you a
saying.
real question. Why do you get triggered if somebody says that to you? Like what is it in you that gets bothered by a switch?
Okay, so listen to me. Manhood is all we got left. You really got to understand this. Just give me a second to land on this.
I'm with you. I'm listening.
If we don't have our manhood, we ain't got nothing. So when a man walk up to you and say something flirtatious to you, when a man walk up to you and say something where he's challenging your manhood and things like that, trust me, I don't care how savage it may seem. When you dealing with a man, you can set a man off if you in his face and you saying things that are not. I'm not talking about somebody just saying anything. I'm talking about there are certain things, like I can't walk up to a man walking down the street with his wife, Anton, and say, man, your bitch thick. I'll be like, wait a minute. Of course, by me being older, the last thing I want is drama in the streets. But what I'm saying is, you can't disrespect men face to face. You can do it online because it's easy to do it online.
Nope. See, that's where we disagree.
Okay, I want to hear this.
That's where we disagree, because you got to keep the same energy across the board. You can't pick and choose when you can disrespect somebody and when you can't disrespect somebody, and then pick and choose when you're going to react to somebody disrespecting you. You wrong, bro. You wrong as two left shoes. You're wrong, bro. I fuck with you. I fuck with you because you are.
See, now that's one of those things that when Anton say, I do agree with, because a lot of times Corey be saying shit about people, and then if somebody was to say that same shit about him or just say anything different than what he says that he just doesn't agree with, then he gonna be pissed off too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, look, you get on your show and you say certain inflammatory things about people. So if somebody says something about you, then you can't really be mad about it. You do the same thing.
Are one of the most disrespectful and stand on that shit.
But I want to understand what you're saying, Anton. You missed me when you say you can't disrespect people with what? Make sure you explain that to me.
You got to keep the same energy across the board, bro.
I don't understand.
You can't say I'm going to disrespect you online, but then you can't do nothing in person.
Well, trust me.
That's not, no,
I'm
you
not
can't
saying,
do that.
I'm not saying what you're wrong about, but listen, talking to somebody in person is different than talking to somebody online. And if I'm so disrespectful, what do I do to be disrespectful online? Because you said I'm disrespectful online.
I would like to know. You said out of your own mouth that you will be disrespectful online.
Did I?
Ain't even, yes, you did. You just said that.
Disrespectful online?
You said you can disrespect. It's different if you disrespect somebody online versus doing it in real life.
No, I didn't say what I would do.
How is it different?
I said if somebody in the chat room is saying something disrespectful about me, I don't hold that against them because they're
What
typing.
about when you talking about real people?
What do you mean?
If you comment on somebody and you give your opinion on real people.
I don't want to go back and forth. I'm trying to make sure you understand what I'm saying. Do you hear me when I say
what you're saying?
Whatever I say online, giving an opinion of something is different than if I am.
About an opinion. I said disrespectful. How can you determine whether or not somebody feels disrespected?
Well, feelings is one thing, man.
You felt some type of way?
Yeah, because ain't nobody finna stand in front of my face and talk to me like they on my level when it comes to homosexuality. Like that'll start a war. That'll start a war.
We can agree to disagree. I think you're wrong, bro. I personally, I'm telling you directly, you're hypocritical.
Okay, well, you can say that. I don't think I'm gonna win that argument with you now. But what I am saying to you, Anton, is when you are talking to men face to face, trust me when I tell you this, man, it's different than online. Face to face. I'm the same
person in real life as I am online. I'm gonna tell you that straight up. Right? Anybody?
And who horrifying, bro? When you said, what did you say? You say you guys don't pay attention. I don't know who you talking to, but if you talking to me, look, bro, I'm trying to type to y'all. I'm trying to respond to y'all. I'm trying to pay attention to the video. I may miss some things, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't act like I'm like just not keeping up. If you ain't ever done this, it's hard to keep up with all of these different things and all of these thoughts. And I'm trying to formulate my thoughts at the same. It's a lot going on. So I apologize. But in a sense, I don't apologize because I'm just doing my show. I'm doing the best I can. I'm trying to give y'all content and respond to y'all at the same time. Like, just give me a break, bro. Jesus Christ.
Listen, I go city to city. I'm not an online nigga, bro. Like, I create content online, but I really am out in every single city. I done visited almost every single state. I have real meetups in real life. I shake hands. I kick it with people in real life, and I go out there and kick it with the people. I'm not different online than I am in real life. People may think that because they may have never met me in real life, but I keep the same energy. I reciprocate. Or I'm willing to walk away unless it goes up. If it's gonna go up, then it's just gonna go up and we just gonna figure it out from there. But the fact of the matter is, I don't switch up.
See, I'm not
gonna talk about you online. Hold on. I'm not gonna talk about you online. And then when I see you in real life, I'm gonna be like, man, you know I'm just playing. I'm not that type of nigga.
Yeah, but
either I fuck with you or I don't.
But see, that's just one scenario, Anton. What I'm saying to you is this. This is what I'm saying to you. I ain't saying it to offset what you just said. I'm trying to talk to you now.
And I'm not a tough guy either.
I'm not either.
I'm not a tough guy.
I'm not a tough guy. I don't even want to perpetrate like I'm a tough guy. But what I'm saying is, when men stand between each other, there is energy that is being transferred. And trust me, when men disrespect each other face to face, motherfuckers can die.
I agree.
That's why when I'm talking to a man, especially face to face, I try to make sure I don't go over the line. And if I ever go over the line, I can apologize.
Is what I'm saying. I understand what you're saying and I agree with you.
Right.
Why is it only face to face? That's where we disagree at.
Well, anything I said, I will say in the face of a man that I said it about.
All right, well, that's
because I don't go there to try to. I don't have to shock jock, even though that's something that people say easily. Oh, he's shock jocking. No. Anything I've said about anybody, I will say right to them if they standing in front of me. And I would like for somebody to research the internet on things I've said and show me that I wouldn't say something to somebody if they were standing there. The only thing I said I wouldn't say to somebody if they were standing there, because I saw Charles Barkley in the airport one day. And I realized how big he was when I saw him in the airport. Now, I've said things about Charles Barkley. If he was standing in front of me and he said, say that shit now, I'll be like, we black, man. Come on, let's calm down. I ain't gonna lie. That's the only one.
You know what the problem with this show today is?
But you know what's funny though? Like, just to be honest, like I believe Corey. I believe he would definitely say the same shit to people that he's saying on his show. Like, I believe it. He doesn't come up to me as somebody who wouldn't say this in person. Now, do you have to agree with him? No, you don't have to agree with him. But I do definitely feel like he's the person that would say it to their face. I also feel like Anton would say the same thing to people that he says on his show to their face. I feel like that. I don't think both of these guys are disingenuous by any stretch of the imagination. Like, I think that they didn't really want to fight. I think, they kind of dialing things back. And I think a little bit of this is performative. But I don't think they're not really who they say they are. Like, I don't think that.
We got to do a part 2. Because we ain't talked about none of the shit that we supposed to talk about.
That's why, because we can't say dick sucking in front of each other, brother.
Well, I know that now, right? I get it.
And I appreciate you for giving me that, because that's the, I forget I'm still Corey, because I don't live a life of getting into it with people.
I heard you, Tiny. You say Corey just admitted he ain't about that street life. And I'm pretty sure you probably ain't. But that, you know what I'm saying? You may not be about that street life. I may not be about that street life, but that don't mean as men, we not going to stand up for what we believe in. That don't mean that you ain't going to throw down with somebody if you have to. That's not what that means. You know what I'm saying? I get what you're saying, though. But like if somebody was to try to check you or say something to you, you will probably go at them. That don't mean that you're scared of them. If you don't.
No, Corey, you pick on people that you think ain't gonna respond to you.
Now, give me an example.
Corey, you pick your targets based off of what you think they ain't gonna do. And that's why you feel comfortable saying some of the wild shit that you say online.
But I asked you this, and I'm gonna ask you again.
And I see, you say I ain't street. You may not be street, but what I'm saying is you don't have to be street to still be a man. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be street to still be a man. If you believed in what you believe in, then that's just what you believe in. If you willing to fight for what you believe in, then you just willing to fight for what you believe in. That ain't got nothing to do with being street.
I'm not gonna say
give
no
me
names.
an example.
No, I'm not gonna say no names.
You can't give an example.
No, I can.
Will
but
you please
because
give me an
because I don't want to implement nobody into this that that'll be bad. That's not a good thing.
Well, do you understand by you saying that?
I like to speak from my own perspective.
It sounds like babble.
But you know it's not babble. It's real, and you know it's real. That's why you laughing.
I'm laughing at you because you didn't. I had to ask you twice so far.
You pick your
said
targets
I pick on people
carefully,
and I said, give me an example.
You pick your targets carefully, very carefully.
So you can't give me an example
because
that's the third time.
Okay, I'll give you an example.
Okay.
You tiptoed around Dave Chappelle.
You talking about the last time I said something about him?
You tiptoed around Dave.
I'll give you that.
You tiptoed like a ballerina.
But now I'm gonna give you that.
No.
But what did I tiptoe about?
You would not have did that shit on a regular motherfucker. You know that Dave Chappelle's last Netflix special was not it.
And I tiptoed around it.
And you tiptoed around it because you didn't want the smoke.
I did.
Overall. And so you pick and choose your targets carefully.
You see, I didn't want the smoke.
No, because you didn't want the you didn't want the backlash.
Okay, but look, let me say this. Let me say this because you brought it up. I did tiptoe around how I really feel with the last special because I'm not gonna lie. It's everything that I said the time before when I spoke about him. Hot trash, no jokes. In the future, when people watch it, that don't know him like we know him now in this culture, they're gonna be like, what the fuck is this? I'll give you that. I did tiptoe around his special. And you know what? I can live with that. I can live with that. But what else? I ain't trying to think of nothing else. But I'm saying I think that was kind of. You found a way to bring that nigga into it.
I love you, Darlene. I love Craig. But they will not call you out on your bullshit and challenge you.
Now you trying to turn.
No. You asked me for the feedback. I didn't volunteer it.
See, I agree with that. He is when he put them in it. He trying to turn them against Corey, bro. All the people that Corey didn't talked about, he could have picked anybody else to bring up, but he wanted to bring up Darlene and damn it, he wanted to bring Darlene and what's his name, just so he could kind of cause some controversy and kind of throw the conversation off. He did. He know them his people. Like, even your people, Anton, the people who be on your show, the people who you co-host with on a daily basis. If the same thing that you doing to him, he would have done to you, you would feel the same way. Because we could all say that your co-host definitely cape for you. And we know they do. I've seen it. They just agree with you because they like, oh, Anton is probably paying us. Yeah, Craig. That's right, Tiny. Appreciate it. Anton is paying us. So why would I go against the man who's paying me? Why would I say something negative about the guy who's paying me? Like, come on, bro. You got to be real, though.
You forced me. I said, you know what? I don't want to do that.
Okay.
Then you said, okay, well, Anton.
And you right. No, you right too, Gen X. Sometimes they do call him out. But the overall thing is they not going to really go against him because that's the guy who he probably dropping them a little bit of cash here and there. And even on Corey's show, what's her name? Damn, I keep forgetting it. Y'all gotta forgive me. I'm just having brain farts right now. But his co-hosts, they go against him when he say shit that they don't like. They don't agree with it. I've seen it. I watched enough 5150 to know that Darlene, she doesn't always agree with him. She definitely doesn't always agree with him. You can even see it on her face, even when she doesn't say it. She says it without saying it. Craig too.
Go ahead and keep on naming names and let's get to it. Okay, well let's get to it then if that's what you want to do.
Well, how about this? Let me can I respond
because
to
Darlene is real chill and she not gonna cause no friction and Craig is happy to be here.
Okay, so can I say something about that?
But see, I don't cut me off. I don't give a fuck because I'm rich too, so I'm cool. I got my own movement. I got my own motion, so I can tell you the truth. And I think that you also surround yourself with people that will not challenge you because you big dog to them.
Okay.
You big bro.
Okay, so let me say this since you brought up Darlene and Craig. Let me say this. You don't know our relationship. But see, I'm doing more teaching. I'm doing more teaching on some real street level shit than I thought I would have had to do. But listen to me, Anton. You don't know me and her relationship?
I'm listening.
Maybe the reason you don't get the results you want from her is because there's a certain level of respect that comes from me and her relationship. That's what I'm saying. You don't know, brother. So that's what I'm saying.
I'm not talking about you
speaking on her.
I'm not talking about you talking about her. I'm talking about when there's certain subjects that come up on your show.
We done argued on the air a million times.
Man, come on, bro.
I'm just saying.
Corey, sometimes you be on bullshit. Nobody call you out on it.
Now I'm trying to teach you, but I don't think you catching it.
Okay, I'm observe.
You don't know my relationship with this woman. You don't know. So when you see it online and speak on what you see online, you can't really speak from factual things that are happening in the world. Anton.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. So, and with Craig, I don't know why motherfuckers say Craig don't have a backbone around me. Because one thing I say that Craig beat most motherfuckers' ass I know. I see motherfuckers don't be fighting Craig. I see motherfuckers don't run up on him with that bullshit quick. The motherfuckers who I seen ran up on Craig way bigger than Craig. So the obvious needs to be said because I believe that there's a lot of people who don't know the obvious, and I can't teach you that in an episode. But I'm saying, like, if you ever see me around any woman, Anton, if you see me around any woman, trust me, dues been paid, homie. And I can't say it no other way better than that. Dues been paid. That might not be something you will catch. I'm saying this for the streets. Dues been paid, homie.
The original show, I think they were supposed to really be talking about politics, Gen X.
Trust me, man. Trust me. I don't be around just anybody. I can't let any type of woman just come with me and be connected to me in no way. I don't like that. If you around me, it's a reason you around me. And I'm saying, like, I don't know if I could graduate you to that next level of the conversation. And it ain't no disrespect to you. But I'm saying, like, you see somebody around me, oh, I ain't just got anybody around me. Dues been paid, homie. That's what I'm saying. And I ain't saying that tough either. I'm just trying to say it in a way where I hope you can understand. Yeah. Okay. So anybody around me, dues been paid. I don't let anybody around me. If you around me and dues ain't been paid, I'm trying to get away from you because I don't know you. And ain't no dues been paid, so I don't know you. I don't know you.
And we spoke right
Got
before the show.
question for Anton.
So.
Anton.
What happened?
No,
got a
I'm
question
not
for
talking
Anton.
about.
No, I understand.
You
I
get me?
I got
Okay.
that.
All right.
I got that. But in my case, too, whenever I choose to speak up or challenge him on anything or tell him, look, I don't agree with that or what have you, I won't keep delving.
Why you say Corey is moving dangerously, Tiny? Also, like, I want to reiterate, if you don't want to just sit in the comment section, you can also click the link in the description box. Well, not the description, but it's pinned to the top of the chat. If you're on another platform and you want to come up, if you don't see the link to join the show pinned to the chat or in the comment section, just let me know and I will directly send it to you. But what do you mean by that, Corey moving dangerously, Tiny? And I'm not. I'm just asking a clarifying question. I'm not trying to disagree. I just want to, kind of see what you're talking about. Gen X says Anton should go on Charlemagne the Fraud show. I can't stand the fucking Breakfast Club. Messiah says he right. Corey ain't never been socked, so he talk disrespectful to people. Hey, he does. He says a lot of disrespectful shit on his show. He says a lot of disrespectful shit on his show. That's just the truth.
Into it because I don't see the point, because I know at a certain point with men like you at your age, there's not going to be any change. So why? I don't even bother with it. I just, I might say, I don't like that. I don't agree with that. And then if they want to continue, I'm not for it.
I'm with you.
That's it. I just don't like, I don't do that. I got way more important fish to fry in that. And I thought, I'm not going to change this man's mind on stuff, so I just don't even bother. That's it.
But another thing about the ladies, since we talking about this, see, whenever I see a woman with a man, most of the time, if it ain't your wife, I already say to myself.
Tiny says because Corey keeps trying to keep a tough guy image until he gets his chin checked. Okay, I see what you're saying now. I got you.
What is this fuck shit? Why is this motherfucker in the streets with you? That's how I feel about life. So I'm saying, like, that might be a prejudice that I have. I can admit, if a woman is in the streets with a man, fuck is this?
Why? Why do you care about that? Why is that meaningful to you?
No, it's not that I care at all, because it's not my business. But I'm saying, like, if a man stepped to me with a woman and it ain't his wife, all I do is say to myself,
you mean like checking you?
Not checking me, brother. I'm saying, like, if a man has a woman with him,
okay,
and you know what I'm saying, it's not his wife, I don't know what the fuck that is, and I don't want nothing to do with it. That's all across the board as I've gotten older and wiser. Like if a man got a woman with him and he say, "Hey, hold on, man, how you doing? This is my lady, so and so." It makes me say, "Okay, this is his lady." That's what that is. But I'm saying, like, if a man is in the streets with a woman, sitting next to a woman, and all like this, whatever, and this bitch ain't been explained, I'm like, hold on. What the fuck is this sucker shit? Especially if it's imposed in any way. That's what I'm saying, G. And I know you know what I'm talking about because you ain't finna act like you ain't smart. You smart than a motherfucker.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, if somebody, if somebody introduces you, if somebody took the time,
I don't know what he's talking about.
If somebody actually walks in and takes the time to introduce you to somebody, that's being imposed on. I'm like, uh-oh.
There's people in the chat say, what is Corey talking about? All the uninitiated don't know what I'm talking about.
I'm like,
uninitiated.
Don't introduce me to, especially
What they actually talking about is, and I seen this, I think what they talking about is some woman that Anton brought on the show with him, and I think that he asked, because Corey gonna say something about it later. He asked could she be on the show with him, and I guess that's what he's talking about at this point. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty sure it's what he's talking about. He's just kind of doing it subliminally.
if I know that person.
That's how I believe that.
This is what I know. This is what I am. I admit that I am a C student.
In what?
In life and everything.
Okay.
In school and everything. I'm a C student. So the way I like to do it is I like for people to break it down to me like a C student. Help me to understand like I'm barely graduating. Break it down to me like a little child. The way that you would talk to a child, talk to me.
Right.
That's why I like to do it. And it's easier for me to digest it.
I like that you said that. But see, I'm at a stage of the game. I ain't got time to talk to kids.
Why not?
I don't got time to talk to kids. My kids grown. And I'm saying, like, if they asked me to go to a school and speak to the children, I would tell the children to do what's right. Because I know that's what they're supposed to do. I'll be like, listen, do what's right. Whenever you get that feeling like you're doing something wrong, then, step back and do what's right. That's what I would tell kids. That way I would be able to speak from the heart.
So you're one of those, do what I say, not what I do?
No.
Let
me tell you what my translation of that is. This is my translation of that. I don't want to substantiate my argument, or I don't want to break it down to where you'll actually understand it because you may be able to break down what it is that I'm saying. So I choose to only speak in riddles, and I also want to speak in parables because then I could say, well, if you don't know, you don't know, you don't get it. Now, I might get it. I might know exactly what you're talking about, but I might act like I don't know what you're talking about because I want you to substantiate your argument. So that's what I stand on. But that's why I say break it down to me like a C student so that I can truly understand exactly what you're talking about. So that we all can understand it because we all may need to learn something.
Right. So
that's
look, what you said,
they teach, right?
You said you go, but what you said in there, that was a key word. You act like you don't know. And I know you act like you don't know, brother.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You just said it. Believe me, you said it.
Why is Phil laughing?
Phil's silly. He's silly.
Look,
Philly trying to, look, it was an intense moment in here, Anton, and we trying to make it where it is professional. We trying to make it where it ain't what everybody said.
You talking about the 5150 show Messiah?
Might be or whatever the fuck. Because I ain't with all that. I ain't got to go to war with no man who visited our show and probably didn't understand one thing, how I was thinking, and I probably didn't understand one thing, how he was thinking.
Corey not gonna have me back on the show, y'all.
You funny, man. You
not gonna have
funny.
me back on the show.
If I wasn't gonna have you back on the show, I wouldn't have shook your hand. I hope you believe that. When I caught myself, I was like,
you know what I'm doing right now, Phil? I'm putting pressure on him to get me back on the show.
But it ain't working
by saying that he not going, because
it ain't gonna work like that. But I'm saying
Corey don't like this, dog. He don't like this.
What? I think it's
what Corey don't like? Why you talking to that man over there?
Because I got to talk to Phil. I'm talking to Corey through Phil. You know what I'm saying?
See, now this part right here when he kept saying he talking to Corey through feel, like to me, that's condescending. That's fucked up because the dude is standing right next to you. It's almost like it's an insult. Like I can't get through you, so I'm gonna talk to your girl or I'm gonna talk to your homeboy. Like that type of shit. Like I think he was definitely wrong for doing that. He was wrong.
If you know, you know. Here's the thing.
Them the games where niggas get into fights. I'm telling you, this is how it jump off. But go ahead.
Corey not gonna have me back on the show because Corey is not having fun right now. This is gonna be one of Corey's best shows, but he's not having fun right now. And Corey seems to be a feeler. I'm more of a results-driven guy. Corey seems to be the type of person that goes off of how he feels.
If you notice, I'm doing a lot of explaining to you about how the line can get crossed, but you're doing a lot of telling me what I am. I think that's homosexual.
There you go, bro. There you go. See, now that's the thing that I agree with. Like, you can't sit up here and be condescending and tell this man how he is to you. It's a certain tone that Anton is giving to Corey, which warrants his response.
I said Corey seems to be, meaning that I'm leaving open the door to get corrected. I want him to correct me if I'm wrong, but I still want the freedom to be able to give my opinion. So you don't want me to get my thoughts?
You can have the freedom, brother. What I look like trying to take freedom from you?
No. I'm starting to feel some type of way, bro, because why is everything homosexual to you?
Well, this is what I'm saying. Like, if,
when did
explain.
the conversation turn into homosexuality again?
Okay, I'm gonna let you land. because I don't want to talk over you.
I'm trying to understand it. Why is everything gay?
I can explain it.
Okay, go ahead.
Maybe look, I'm not saying that you gay, but what I'm saying is if you looking at another man and you say you talking to me through another man, if I'm a man, I'm gonna say, well, I'm right here.
Yeah, but you're not getting it.
You still talk about me. Homie, this is a gay conversation.
It's not.
When you talking to men who play in riddles and stuff like that, I'm telling you.
You the one that's talking in riddles.
You ain't never been to jail, have you?
Hell no, I ain't never been to jail.
I could tell. I could tell.
You been to jail?
Nope. Nope.
So what the fuck that mean then?
I'm just saying, like, if you went to jail, they would have to start you over from scratch.
What would they do to you?
The people who
You would be the tough one.
No. Just
See, now he got him. He got him with that. Because if you ain't been to jail, how you gonna tell him some shit about something that you haven't even experienced?
Let me land with this. The people
I don't think from a jail perspective, nigga. I'm not a jailbird. I'm never going to jail.
I see.
The fuck is we talking
you can't
about?
say what you'll never do, but I'm saying
I'm never going to jail, bro.
But, okay.
I don't even have that dog. I don't even like that type of energy.
I'm just trying to make a point. Anton. What I'm saying is, I have been around enough people who have been institutionalized where I know how to carry myself around men who not finna play with you. That's all I'm saying. I don't
hang around niggas that been to jail, so I saw for it that way. The way you saw for it is a little bit different than the way I saw for it.
Okay.
So I choose not to hang around niggas that's been institutionalized, that had to carry themselves a certain way because they made a decision that they wasn't supposed to make.
And it shows that you've been around people that ain't seen the other side of the game. Because some of the smartest men I know they've been to college and gave that time up. And it was actually a learning process for them. But they still got to stand 10 toes down when they out here, Anton. I don't believe that you tried to disrespect me now that I've been talking to you. I don't believe that. I believe that you are the way you are. I am the way I am. And it can clash if people are not educated on how to be around each other because men can go to war over misunderstanding.
He's throwing an intellectual shot right now.
What am I doing?
So without saying it, he's basically saying, oh, you from a different space, so you don't get the way that we move over here.
Over here or anywhere in the United States of America, and that's not a black thing. I'm talking about Caucasians, Hispanics, and Asians understand the respect level men must have when they're in front of each other because it can trigger war. That's all I'm saying to you.
I understand everything that happens when it happens. I'm a chess player. That's what I've been playing my entire life. Okay. Maybe you walked into something that you wasn't expecting.
I don't go with.
Maybe I knew what you was gonna do before you did it.
Maybe.
And I triggered you. Who knows?
Maybe. But I tell you what. That's a dangerous game to play, especially if you got a life that you live in. Because I'm telling you, man, it's a lot of people in the cemetery that didn't know it was finna happen like that fast. That's why out here, I try to walk under the code. There's a code out here.
No, you don't. And that's why I said
you say I don't walk under the code?
No, you're hypocritical. I told you that to your face.
The whole world a hypocrite, but what are you talking about?
No, you're a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite when it comes.
I believe you.
When it comes to specifically you moving by a code.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Because you think that you can say what you want to say when you want to say it, and that people are supposed to respect the way that you move. But I don't think that you move the way that you're supposed to anyway.
I want this thing to be studied because here's the truth.
See, now when it comes to, you can't tell this man how you think the way that he's supposed to move. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can say I disagree with you. I don't like some of the shit that you say. I don't like some of the shit that you do. But you can't tell this man the way he's supposed to move. This is a man at the end of the day. However he wants to conduct this show is the way that he conducts his show. Now you came on to his show. He didn't go on to your show.
Brother Anton.
My bad, y'all. Tim says Corey trying to lighten up the conversation and Anton wanting to keep the fire burning. He does. I think he's playing it that way because he wants the perception to be that he got the best of Corey. You know what I'm saying? It's like he went on his show and he don't want to seem like he was the one that bitched out or was the one to concede. So he wants to make it seem as if I went on his show and I never conceded. I stayed on top of his ass. I was on top of him the whole time. And I ain't saying pause because I ain't gay. So all these people say, you should be like pause right there. I ain't saying, I don't care about that. I'm not gay. I know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm not gay. I'm not gay. Tiny says, Corey just declined to fade. That man was standing on his way out back. You stayed seated. That happened. Messiah says, I don't know where y'all from, but if somebody offered you a fight and you stayed seated, you a nut. Hey, I agree with y'all. Especially on camera like this. It's like, bro, you can't. But I get what Corey said, though. It's like, you don't know where that could lead to. Ain't nobody trying to mess up their money. Cool. Your pride is on the line and things like that. But at the end of the day, I need to get my check.
Anton is talking about everybody else but himself and white men. This is a fact.
I like this chat. Let me tell y'all why I like the chat.
Everything but himself and white men.
No, listen. I told you I want to come back and have a full conversation about it, or we can talk about it right now. I ain't got nothing better to do.
Study this episode.
Shout out to the
shit on Caucasian males.
Shout out to the chat.
Shit on
I'm
himself.
not gonna shit on nobody.
Yeah, you shitted on black people. You shitted on motherfuckers.
I feel like I shitted on you. To your face. To your face.
Be careful shitting on me because I feel like you're talking shit again.
I'm not talking shit. I'm telling you.
Be careful.
I'm telling you.
You shitted on me to my face, but that shit will lead to some danger.
Will we please stop the
Trust me.
The tough talk? I got security. You got security.
Homie, I ain't got security. Them my people.
Cool. Them your
You
security
gotta
people.
hire a motherfucker to be with you.
Absolutely. I'm always gonna hire somebody to be.
You better.
100%.
How you be talking?
Corey, stop talking tough. Stop talking
Homie,
tough.
you
just said that
I'm not talking tough. I'm talking to you straight up.
Why are you so
You said you disrespected me in my face. And then you act like it was all good.
You said that I disrespected you to your face. So I'm confirming what you said. You felt disrespected. So I am telling you that I disrespected you if that's the way you felt. Is that not what you said? You said that out of your mouth. And so I apologized when you said that you felt disrespected.
No. The reason you said you disrespected me in my face
because you don't accept the apology because you still
talking about everybody else except yourself and white men.
I'm telling you what I said. You felt offended by it, so I apologize. All I'm doing is rehashing a conversation that happened. Why you so easy?
What's going on, Miss Sassy? How you doing over there on X? How you doing?
Easily offended. We
You still talk about me? It sounds like I'm arguing
because I'm right. See what I'm
I'll be around bitches and they tell me about myself all the time. Be gone.
No.
That shit don't hurt no feelings. It's probably better this way.
Because I just proved my point.
Be down.
You're
So you proved the point.
You're hypocritical.
Homie, just gone, man.
You hypocritical,
just gone,
bro.
man.
You
just gone.
hypocrite. I'm out the jet.
You done did this before.
He's
Get your
hypocritical,
bitch ass the...
and
Hey, homie.
All right, I'm out.
Get your bitch ass the fuck on. And walk over there with your bodyguard and your bitch, nigga. Walk over there with your bodyguard and your bitch.
You proved my point.
I got shit to do.
You're right.
Don't bring bitches up here, dog, that you ain't finna stand on. Remember I told you that. If you got a bitch with you, explain the bitch. Don't ask her to be on my show, nigga.
Do me a favor, please.
Can she
Get
be
out of
on the
here.
show? I don't know that bitch,
Get
nigga.
out of here, man. Shit.
Now get your whole ass the fuck on and pay for your pussy like you got to. Cake ass nigga.
Fuck out of here, nigga. All right. What the fuck wrong with you, boy?
Nigga. And go get you a bodyguard, because the nigga be done slap the shit out your bitch ass. I got shit to do. I ain't finna follow that nigga out the door. I am who I say I am. I stand on it. Fuck a friend. Now who the next motherfucker to come up here? What
So
up?
there's a new word in the dictionary called rage bait, right? So that's what you just witnessed. So
Rage bait. Let me tell you
It's
something.
a new word.
That ain't no new word.
Okay, bet. It's
Let me
old
tell you
behavior,
something.
new word.
Well,
Okay, that's pretty much it, bro. Anton left. Y'all see what happened. That shit was funny at the end. Miss Phoenix says his beard, his possible beard. Tiny says Anton is standing though. Yeah, that's true. Messiah says he just gonna talk while he walking. That's what women do. And Miss Phoenix is laughing. Like, yeah, that shit was funny. Like, come on, bro. Like, I mean, look, I'm telling you, you cannot let it get away from you that both of these dudes, Corey is a comedian, he's also a podcaster. A little bit of this stuff is performative. They knew that this was going to get clicks. They knew this. So they know when they both putting on this show that they putting on that they really not about to fight. You gonna do your stream. I'm gonna go over on my channel. I'm gonna do my stream. We're gonna run this up. Now, this may go on for a couple of days. Somebody may put out a response video and then another reaction video, then another response, then another. They just gonna get their money off of it. Only us, people like me and others, are the ones who really, in a sense, clout chasing. I'm just being honest with you. Like, I'm not on her like I'm some righteous individual. I'm just telling you, this was big news, so I came on to talk about it. Because hopefully it gets me some subscribers, maybe gets me some super chats and what. I'm just being honest. I'm not gonna get on here and lie to you and make it seem as if, oh, we just want to see what's going on with the whole Corey and Anton situation. You know, I want to get down to the nitty gritty and see what's. It's all entertainment. This you can't take this serious. You can't take this to bed with you at night and marinate on it. That's not what this is. That's not what this is. Tim says when Anton had been that aggressive without security, I doubt it. I doubt it. If he was there alone, I doubt it. I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. But like I say, Anton said he studied Corey, so he knew what he was getting into, and he knew to play it that way just to make the perception be as if I had the upper hand. He knew what he was doing. He didn't want to go on his show and seem like Corey just bitched him out, talk shit to him, called him out, called him, you cooning, this type of shit. And then he just kind of sat there and didn't say, he didn't want that. Because he still got to go on his show. And when stuff like that happens, if he was to get bitched out like that, he would have lost some people. He would have lost some people. Just be honest. You know that. We know that. Tiny says, Corey, this made you look bad. Miss Phoenix said, "You right." I know, like, cause you know what I'm saying. I mean, people we get caught up in this and it's entertainment, but we gotta realize that's what it is. It's entertainment. I'm not saying that they weren't serious about what they were saying, but they both realized we got channels. We make money on this shit. Let's rock out for a little bit. Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua. Messiah says, I don't know, bro. I think Anton wanted to fight Corey, didn't, so nothing happened. You really think that? I don't think that. I don't think that. I don't think that. I think he did that, like I say, that make it be perceived as if he had the upper hand and he wasn't no bitch. You don't want to go on somebody else's show and like I say, make it seem like they just punked you. That's why he never came off of that stance. That's why he conceded a little bit, but he didn't concede to the point where he was beneath Corey. He kept it as if, I'm still on top. That's why he went back to, oh yeah, I was shitting on you on your own show. He never was like, yeah, man, I apologize. This is just two brothers and we gonna work this out. He did that, but not like you would really think that they would do. He kept the high ground on him. If you know anything about the 48 laws of power, you know exactly what's going on here. He played him. Now, people who don't like Anton, that's what they're gonna say. They're gonna say, oh, he's a bitch. He was in the wrong. This and that. Cool. It's a game. It's a game that both of them was playing, and really neither one of them really lost. I mean, you don't have to fully agree with one side or the other. You can say, yeah, Corey said some things I agree with. Anton said some things I agree with. Corey said some things I didn't like. Anton said some things I didn't like. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think a lot of us fall into the whole, oh, I got to pick this side because, I like his stances on this. The moment you do that, you really get no clarity on situations, and you really can't come to no sound conclusions because you being so biased that you can't formulate real thoughts behind what's going on. You just can't. Messiah says, would you ever see Alpha fade and was just playing? I mean, in the world of YouTube, in the world of podcasting, in the world of entertainment, yes. I get what you're saying, Messiah, but in this world of podcasts and YouTube and things, yes. Yes. If y'all think everything that people do on podcasts and everything is fake, I mean is real, then you gotta rethink life. And I'm not saying this whole interaction was fake. I'm not saying it at all. I think this interaction was real. But these people on these shows got in the back of their mind that this is gonna be big. Oh man, don't you know how many people gonna click on this? Don't you know how many comments, super chats, how many super things, how many cash apps we gonna get behind this? Oh man, I'm gonna do a live show tomorrow and talk about it. You gotta think when that money is coming in, you ain't like, man, I lost that argument. Man, you like, nigga, they sending me money, they sending me this. That's all it's about. But the average everyday citizen, you follow him for that. You like, man, they really want to fight. He bitched him out. He made him look like a bitch. Okay. He looked like a bitch with an extra $100,000 in his checking account in the morning when he woke up. With an extra 200,000 or whatever the case may be. See, you say it's been on all day. And I know it. That's what people have been talking about all day when it comes to YouTube, when it comes to Twitter, when it comes to any social media platform. That's all they've been talking about. Because people know. We know. Messiah says, no, I agree. People be acting, but I just don't think this was that. No, I'm not saying I think you kind of misinterpreting what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I don't think they was acting. It was a cause see, I've kind of done this before in the past on Earth. Like you're not acting. Your emotions are real. Everything is genuine, what you're saying. But in the back of your mind, you're like, maybe I can get a few more subscribers. Maybe I can get a few more cash apps. Maybe I can get this and that on the back end. That's what you be thinking about. You ain't really thinking about, man, am I losing this argument or am I winning? Because when you thinking about stuff like this, you can't really think like that. You got to kind of think like, this is entertainment. People are, look, WWF, just like somebody mentioned. Some of those guys actually like being the bad guy. They actually, if you watch some of the behind the scenes, if you ever seen the documentaries or the behind the scenes footage of some of those dudes, some of the bad guys, they like that when they come out, people are booing them. People are wanting them to lose. And they want to lose in the best way possible because they like, that means I got a secure job. People want to see me get my ass kicked. They'll be in the back like, man, did you see the crowd when I came out? I had the kids booing. They were like, man, I hope you get your ass. You know, they enjoy that. So for them, it's not a lose. You can't lose. You winning. You winning either way it go. Whether the perception is you lost or the perception is you won, you have won. You won. That's kind of what this is. It's not. It's like I say. It's not the. They were both genuine. I believe Corey believed everything he was saying. Anton believed everything he was saying. But shit, man, we cashing out. When I wake up in the morning, we cashing out. We cashing out. Tim says Corey only come on social media once a week, while Anton is on social media multiple times a day. Corey not going to respond until next Tuesday. And I get that. He probably ain't gonna respond to next Tuesday, but he don't need to because the interaction was on his show. You see how I just played it? Other people gonna be doing their live streams or they podcast, and they gonna go to Corey's show. That's another view. Somebody else gonna comment. That's another view. Somebody gonna see a clip on Twitter or Facebook, then they gonna go back to YouTube, find the show, and watch the whole thing. That's another view. On top of that, that's another hours viewed because you know you get it's a thing called hours viewed your content. I'm telling you what I know. I am not somebody with 100,000 subscribers, but I am to the point where I get ad revenues and cash out money and things like that. And I can just imagine what they are getting just off ad revenues. Just off people watching this. If somebody watched the whole, 3-hour segment of this, think about how many ads popped up and how many they clicked on or didn't click on or just watched. That's a lot of money. And the replay value of this. Somebody gonna go on there and watch it tomorrow. Maybe people 2 days later gonna start seeing this come across their timelines. Remember, the people on Facebook always be behind. If you're on Twitter and other TikTok and others, you getting this instantly. You're hearing about Corey Holcomb and the Anton Daniels situation instantly. You're going back over there watching it instantly. If you're on Facebook with the old people, you get in 2 or 3 days later, and you're like, damn, what happened? So you going over there, they going to go over there this Friday or Saturday, and they going to watch it. And then later on, maybe somebody might want to rehash or, man, y'all remember when Anton and Corey got into it? Then they going to go back and watch it. I'm telling you what's going on. Miss Finney says, do you think Corey paid Anton to make an appearance? Did Corey split the super chats with Anton? See, I think, Corey definitely paid Anton to come on the show. Did he split the super chats? I don't know. I probably doubt it, but I'm not sure. I don't know like that. But I know that he probably, more than likely, gave him some money to come on the show. I know he did. I wouldn't even put it past them for them to have this interaction, and maybe next year or something when it kind of dies down, and he like, all right, do you want to come on my show? And then they come on, he come on his stream, and they probably get into it again or have another discussion. Miss Finney says, I bet that's how Floyd Mayweather made money, like with Pacquiao. Yeah. Only thing about that, they could have made so much money if they had done it sooner. They waited too long. They waited way too long. But yeah, it's in the sense of what you're saying, it's the same thing. It's like, yeah, we can get some money off of this. We can get some money off of this. Tiny says that was a good ending. Yeah, that was, yeah. They know, they know what they doing, bro. A little bit of it is performative. But they definitely believed in what they were saying. Tim says Anton is in an uphill battle because it's hard to be the comedian in the insults department in the long run. Yeah. Later on, you already know. Corey gonna have a show and he gonna go in. He gonna have a bunch of slick sayings. It's gonna be funny. He know that. And everybody gonna tune into that show just to see. I was watching the Anton stream live earlier where he was talking about this. It was 6,000 people watching on a live stream to see what his response was gonna be. And they was super chatting out the ass. It was super chat after super chat after super chat after super chat after super chat. You really think he was bothered about what happened on that stream after what they just made? Y'all really think that? Tiny said, the old people, LL, I'm team Facebook. You team, I can't stand Facebook no more, man. I still got one, but it's like, bro, you can see some if you get on these others like I say TikTok or Twitter, and you see what comes down the timeline as far as news and other events, and then you scroll down your freaking Facebook timeline a whole 5 days, a week later, and they'll be on there talking like it just happened. I'm like, whoo, y'all so behind. Everybody reposting it. I'm like, this happened 2 weeks ago. That Aries video is still hot. What Aries video? I'm not sure I know what you're talking about, Tiny. You're going to have to let me know what you're talking about. Out the pit say Anton did do him a favor because Anton's sitting at over 1 million subs, way more than Corey. Yep. And that's another good point at the pit. So it's probably people who are subscribed to Anton's channel who agree with Corey. Ain't gonna be like, well, damn, let me go see what Corey talking about. Maybe I hadn't heard of Corey. And people be like, how you hadn't heard of Corey? Man, there's so many people in the world. Everybody hasn't heard or seen some of the same people that you think we have. It's people on my channel, on my feed that I run across. I'm like, damn, I ain't never knew this person before. Let me subscribe. So now he got some more subscribers. Or now he's getting more views. And vice versa. Even though Corey has fewer than Anton, it's probably people like, I ain't never heard of Anton. Maybe they just found Corey a couple of days ago and like, damn, I agree with Anton. Let me go subscribe to Anton's channel. Let me go watch a few of Anton's videos. See, it's all a money game too. It's performative. It's a money game. And once again, I'm not saying that they was performing or putting on the show for anybody, but in a sense, they knew how this was going to play out. While we sitting up here laughing and joking and making our comments and critiques, we ain't getting the money like they getting off of this shit. We ain't getting the same type of money that they getting. We're not driving in the same cars that they driving. Be honest. See what I'm saying? Chris Molina says, I hadn't heard of either of these guys till watching this. Now, Chris is probably, he may go to Corey's channel or he may go to Anton's channel and say, let me see what they talking about. Whoever he likes or whoever he kind of sided with, he's probably going to go subscribe. just to see what's going on, or just to be like, maybe something else might pop off. Let me go ahead and subscribe. Something else might happen tomorrow. Let me check this out. It's all a game, bro. It's all a game. That's what it is. After Pitt saying 2026, Anton is a bigger name. YouTube has put TV to bed. That's a fact. YouTube has definitely put TV to bed. People ain't watching TV like that. People coming to YouTube for their news and whatnot, which is the reason why if you go to Anton's channel, he always talking about news or current events, because people rather go see what he's saying or some other content creator is saying and see like, okay, I want to see what they got to say. I'm not really listening to the news because they always giving me their opinion. I don't care about their opinion. Their opinion is something that I don't care about. But yeah. But man, look, I appreciate everybody coming through and watching the channel. I appreciate y'all checking out all the videos. Appreciate y'all subscribing to the channel, liking the videos. Also, make sure y'all like this video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel and check me out. Turn that notification bell on. And as always, I'll catch y'all next time. Hold on, let me read these few comments before I go. Chris says TV and the news did that to themselves. Miss Phoenix says Anton's views are more mainstream. They are anti-black. Corey actually has an entertainment career. That's a fact. I agree. I agree with some of the things that Anton says, but he does have some anti-black views. I agree with that. I agree with that. No disagreement here. After Pitt says, keep it real. Corey would open up for Anton. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if they, to that point, but I see what you're saying. That's funny. I see what you're saying. That's funny, bro. That's funny. But yeah, man, like I say, man, y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the channel and whatnot. And do all those great things for me. And I'll catch y'all on the next video. Peace.